Architecting the AI era.
Artificial intelligence is accelerating data processing and automating workflows. Recent studies show generative AI can help support agents resolve 15% more issues per hour. Yet, even as efficiency rises, the typical enterprise IT invoice remains stagnant. This stagnation is a byproduct of legacy, input-based IT contracts. When you pay a service provider for human hours or full-time equivalents, you are buying their effort rather than their output. This forces the enterprise to hold all the utilization risk. If a supplier uses generative AI to automate 40% of a codebase, an input-based model lets them retain that productivity gain as internal margin. The supplier becomes more efficient, but the enterprise continues to pay for the human labor that has been replaced. Correcting this disconnect requires a coordinated commercial architecture that treats IT services as a measurable, variable resource. The foundation is the resource unit. Instead of paying for supplier effort, we price the service on observable units, like managed endpoints. Redefining this billing unit physically shifts the productivity risk away from the enterprise and onto the service provider. Under this model, the supplier must manage their own efficiency. If automation fails and they need more labor, they absorb that cost. If they automate successfully, they temporarily capture the profit. Resource units force the supplier to optimize delivery. Their margin now depends entirely on producing each unit at a lower internal cost. However, IT demand is volatile. If the pricing is too rigid, every minor surge leads to a protracted dispute. This chart shows how we manage volatility. The glowing dead band is a capacity corridor where volume fluctuates without altering the baseline. Above the dead band, tiered additional resource charges capture economies of scale. Below it, reduced resource credits taper to protect fixed costs. This tiered system functions as a commercial shock absorber. It keeps economics aligned with actual usage without requiring constant contract renegotiation. To maintain savings, the contract must prevent invoice leakage, the slow bloat caused by unauthorized charges, duplicate data, or retired ghost assets. We control this using two distinct ledgers. The recorded units ledger tracks everything the supplier's systems observe. The authorized units ledger contains only approved resources. They meet at a mechanical billing gate, which quarantines items if the telemetry doesn't perfectly match an authorization. We seal any remaining gaps with an implied services clause. This mandates that any task inherently necessary to provide the service is included in the base price, even if not explicitly listed. Combining strict ledgers with inherent scope protections prevents the use of bad faith change orders to inflate the contract value. Over a multi-year term, technology will become cheaper. A contract fair at signing can become overpriced in 2 years if the supplier hoards the benefits of AI-driven cost deflation. We address this through autonomy-level pricing. A pricing block steps down in value as tasks transition from human labor to AI-assisted execution. This is reinforced by a productivity glide path, mandating the baseline price automatically decreases by a fixed percentage annually. Autonomy pricing and glide paths ensure that as technology matures, the enterprise captures the resulting price reductions automatically. The finished architecture functions as a unified system of resource units, ledgers, corridors, and glide paths. This shift transforms the vendor management office. Instead of performing tactical invoice administration, the VMO becomes a strategic unit that polices these thresholds and verifies that productivity gains are being passed through. The strategy follows 3 core rules. Risk should sit with the party best able to control it. Consumption must be separated from authorization, and no efficiency should be paid for twice. In this environment, the contract architecture ensures that as delivery costs fall, the enterprise's cost per unit follows. As artificial intelligence makes IT delivery faster and cheaper, this coordinated system ensures those economic benefits are scaled across the entire organization.
Thank you.